Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Acacia Courtney. Thank you for joining us on this Twilight Friday. We have 9 races coming up today. Let's check out the track and weather conditions.
Start the afternoon with a partly cloudy sky, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and temperatures in the low 90s here today. First of 9 on the Friday program over the turf at 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $35,000. Scratch the 6, Grand Nuenco. Scratch the 10, Charlie the Greek. A field of 8, the heavy favorite, number 5, Porter Street.
Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, Kinghood gets the first call. From the inside, Dude Scepter away in the top flight. Classic move on the outside. He'll settle third. Then it's a stretch of another 2 to Contraction, who's 4 wide with the favorite Porter Street just to his inside. At the back are Frontline Page and Zafiro. Around the first turn they go. Kinghood has the lead and leads it by a length over Classic Move in second. It's 2 back to Dude Scepter, who gets a good run of it, third behind the speed. Away racing in fourth now is Hideaway Hero, ahead of Porter Street, who's 5th. Contraction on the outside, then Zafiro and Frontline Page. They roll into the backstretch after the opening quarter mile, and Kinghood has the lead through the opening quarter in 24 and 2. On the outside in Classic Move second, they've gone well ahead of an improving move from Hideaway Hero. He's into third for Rios, down at the inside and racing fourth, Dude Scepter. Contraction is 3 wide. Zafiro between horses. Porter Street is at the rail and need a way through, and Frontline Page is unhurried under Jorge Ruiz, last of all, as they swing around the far turn. Up front, Kinghood's been in front from the outset and leads it by a length and a half. Racing in second is Classic Move from third and Hideaway Hero. Contraction 4 wide in fourth. Then back to Dude Scepter. Porter Street's not picking it up, at least not yet. From the far outside and Frontline Page with Zafiro as they run to the top of the stretch. Up front, Kinghood will have to propel the stretch challenge of Hideaway Hero and Classic Move, with Porter Street now starting to hit his best stride, and Porter Street's put into the clear for an opportunity with 3/16 to go. Up front, it's Kinghood, who's still finding here for Lionel Reyes, leads it by 3. On the outside and Hideaway Hero, late run from Porter Street. Contractions on his outside, but through it all, Kinghood goes all the way. Hideaway Hero second, Porter Street third, Contraction fourth, then Zafiro in 130 flat.
8-1 upset to start the afternoon. Number 4, Kinghood, goes right to the front and never looks back under jockey Lionel Reyes for trainer Francisco D'Angelo and Lady in Me stable. Big price, number 3, Hideaway Hero gets second ahead of the 5, Porter Street, who didn't fire his best shot and had to settle for third. To the second race now on the start of the yearly pick 4, 5.5 furlongs the journey. Claimers at the price tag of $6,250. Scratch number 3, That's a Myth, a field of 6. The favorites were 1, A Square to Spare, and 6, Starship Reina.
And they're off. Check back to last was Taylor Priscelli. Good start for Carmen's Secret, who tries to clear the field from the favorite of Square to Spare, who will vacate the rail and race in second. Up on the outside, JK's Girl is with her. Then back to Starship Reina and Can't Steal My Joy. And Taylor Priscelli is last of all with half a mile to go. Into the far turn they go, and up front, long shot Carmen's Secret leads by a length and a half. A Square to Spare is now racing in second in the 2-path. 3 wide, JK's Girl is third. Starship Reina begins to run on from fourth. Taylor Priscelli at the inside 5th. And Can't Steal My Joy is last with 5/16 to go. A Square to Spare now runs by Carmen's Secret to take the lead. Starship Reina chimes into it 3 wide. JK's Girl still in the hunt from between horses, and Taylor Priscelli is now into fourth as they turn in. A Square to Spare set down for the drive and has the lead by a length and a half. Starship Reina at the 8th pole is the only one with a chance. Back to third is JK's Girl. Fourth is Taylor Priscelli. There's a 1/16 of a mile to run. Edgar Zayas and A Square to Spare are still there. It's A Square to Spare to win it by 2.5. Starship Reina second, JK's Girl third, then Taylor Priscelli and Can't Steal My Joy.
The favorites run 1-2 to start the early pick 4, with the class dropping A Square to Spare coming off the turf and getting the victory today under jockey Edgar Zayas for Gelfenstein Farm and Jenna Antonucci. 6, Starship Reina was second ahead of the 5, Taylor Priscelli. She was best of the rest, while third. We'll take a brief time out. The Friday card continues right after this.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
we're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon, 7.5 furlongs over the turf. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. These are 2-year-olds. The field of 10 went postward. The heavy favorite on the second time start, number 5, Uncle Pepe.
And they're off. A step slow was the first-timer Soldat Storm. The favorite Uncle Pepe wins the break down at the insiders. Motatan moving up, and Motatan and the lime colors will challenge Uncle Pepe for the top as they run to the first turn. PK's Fast Factor way in the top flight and moves up to take third. In very tight between horses was Capgun. Then out wide on the course is Il Biondo with King Angelus moving at the rail. That's Crown to the Gold ahead of He's a Leader. Then it's a stretch of 2.5 to Zionsville, and at the back of the field is Soldat Storm as they try to back down the early pace. Up front, Uncle Pepe closed at even money and leads by a head. PK's Fast Fact and Il Biondo pressing 2 and 3 wide. Then it's Capgun fourth at the inside and Motatan fifth. From between horses, He's a Leader begins to move up with King Angelus, then Crown to the Gold in Zionsville. And Soldat Storm is last of all behind an opening quarter and a very ordinary 25 and 2. They move now with half a mile to run in the race, and Uncle Pepe has the lead and leads now by a length. Into second is PK's Fast Fact. Il Biondo's on the outside third. Motatan ridden with the whip to try to gain some ground from fourth. He is picking up his feet a bit, guiding to the outside. He's the leader, follows that with King Angelus 4 wide. Then at the inside, Crown to the Gold as they run to the top of the stretch. They move now with a quarter of a mile to go, and Uncle Pepe has the lead. PK's Fast Fact is second, working into the clear now. Here's a run from He's a Leader as they straighten in. Far outside Motatan with King Angelus with an eighth of a mile to go. They're trying to cut down Uncle Pepe, who still has the lead. PK's Fast Fact, King Angelus grandstand side with Crown to the Gold in deep stretch. The leader is still Uncle Pepe. Motatan wanting to lay in something fierce. He's shifting his head, and Uncle Pepe will win it. He wins by a length in the end. Motatan got second. Close after that, Crown to the Gold and King Angelus at 133 and 1.
Number 5, Uncle Pepe takes the 2 turns, no problem, as he holds off all challenges in today's third race. Winning is the favorite under Amisael Jaramillo. Victor Barboza Jr., the winning conditioner for Linares Racing Incorporated. We did have a DQ here. The 1, Motatan, originally second, disqualified in place 6th. That moves the 4, Crown to the Gold, up for second. The 7, King Angelus, moved up to third. We move now to the 4th race of the afternoon. Maidens at the special weight level. These are fillies and mares, 3 and up. A field of 6 signed on. This was a wide open betting race. 4 of the 6 within half a point in the wager.
And they're off. Blowing the start completely was First Mistress. She's 5 lengths last. Good start for Meant to Be Mine, who heads off for the early lead. Awesome Terry right alongside. And Jose Alvarez and Who's Calling will now back off to try to trail the top flight while racing in third. It's a length and a half to almost 2 now to Tapping Colors. The Gray is 4th. Then Seminara. And after blowing the starts, First Mistress is last of all with half a mile to go. Awesome Carry keeps the pressure on the inside horse Meant to Be Mine, and they move through the opening quarter and a rock-solid 22 seconds flat. Racing from 4th, that's Tapping Colors down at the inside, First Mistress. She's recovered to race within 5 lengths of the leader, and dropping off to trail is Seminara. They run past the 5/16. Meant to Be Mine has the lead. Who's Calling is second. First Mistress guided into the clear, and she's trying to run off after that bad start. She's third now, 3 lengths behind through a 45 1/2 mile. Alvarez says go on Who's Calling, and she opens a 2.5 length lead. On the outside in First Mistress trying to collar Meant to Be Mine for second. 4th is Tapping Colors, but inside the final furlong, and the 2-1 choice is kicking away. Here's Who's Calling. Who's Calling, and Jose Alvarez, an easy winner, wrapped up in the end, and they won it by 4.5. First Mistress second, Meant to Be Mine third, Tapping Colors 4th in 1:10 and 66/100.
Number 5, Who's Calling, was installed as the morning line favorite by our morning line maker Jay Stone, and she went off exactly at that morning line of 2-1 and prevails fairly easily under Jose Alvarez for trainer Anna Varsi and owner and breeder Kathy Macheski. It was 1, First Mistress, who's won for the list. She absolutely blew the break and did very well to get second ahead of the 3, Meant to Be Mine, who ran third. We move now to the 5th race of the afternoon and the start of the Elite Pick 5. Race number 5 at 7.5 furlongs over the turf. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $35,000. These are fillies and mares. The heavy favorite, number 4, Untruthful Sonnet.
They're off. From the inside, that's Cool Mayara who wins the break and is being sent along by Sebastian Saez to secure the lead, and she does. Cool Mayara sharp early. Out 3 wide, GQ Girl is into second with Untruthful Sonnet between horses. Moving out the rail, that's By Tway May. By Tway May's in a bit tight, having to tap on the brakes. Then back to Just a Jill and River Spring. It's a length to the rail, and Talented Diva third last. Second last is Total Temper, and Mighty Tefertiti is last of all as Cool Mayara tries to back down the pace. Cool Mayara leads now 3 parts of a length over GQ Curl in second. On the outside, an Untruthful Sonnet tugging hard, and now Untruthful Sonnet makes a 3 wide thrust to the front through a 25-second opening quarter. By Tway May is racing in fourth ahead of River Spring in fifth, and Just a Jill. Out wide of her is Total Temper ahead of Mighty Nefertiti, and Talented Diva's last as Untruthful Sonnet goes past the half-mile mark on top by a length and a quarter. GQ Girl is second. Cool Mayara begins to backpedal a touch. She's racing in third now. Just a Jill between horses, River Spring on the outside. Then back to By Tway May, 2 in front of Total Temper, then Mighty Nefertiti, and far back to Talented Diva. As the favorite's in front, it's still the favorite on Truthful Sonnet, a length and a quarter. GQ Girl is second, Cool Mayara third, Just a Jill fourth. These top 4 have quickened ahead of By Tway May and River Spring as they run to the top of the stretch. Untruthful Sonnet set down for the drive and leads it now by a length. From the inside, Cool Mayara tries a rebid well into the clear. Just a Jill is next. Storming home on the outside is Mighty Nefertiti. Final furlong to go. Here's Mighty Nefertiti and Just a Jill going on after Untruthful Sonnet. It's Just a Jill in front. Mighty Nefertiti with the push on the outside. Just a Jill. Just a Jill and Daryl Holland for his first Gulfstream victory in 131-3.
Number 8, Just a Jill, holds on for a game victory, and in doing so gives jockey Daryl Holland his first North American victory. Quite obviously, it's also his first victory here at Gulfstream Park. John Allen owned the daughter of Kedaweo for trainer Nancy Harris. They actually bred this horse in partnership. Big number 5, Mighty Nefertiti at 50-1 for second, ahead of the 4 Untruthful Sonnet, who ran third. Yearly pick 4, $92.65. That early pick 5, good for $722.65 on a 50-cent return. Time for a commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you the late pick 4. Don't go away.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
We're back now here on Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. There's a look at the field for one of the big races tomorrow, the Susan's Girl division of the Florida Sire Stakes. Recent winner Go Astray taking on the morning line favorite, Awesome Mass. We move now into race number 6 on the program. 6 furlongs the journey. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. We had a field of 9 here. The odds-on favorite, number 2, The Mess.
And they're off. From the far outside, the early speed goes to that Charlie, who springs out to take the lead from between horses. Equity sent along. The Mess just checked hard. And the riders out of the irons there, Jose Bautista, The Mess, had to check something fierce. And in doing so, Bautista lost the iron. So up front, Equity leads now by a half. On the outside, That Charlie is second. Datsardi's Boy is third. Shot Jack is fourth as they fly past the half-mile pole. The opening quarter absolutely flying here, 22 flat. They've opened 3 now on Ted's Exchange with Wise Warrior. It's a gap of 3 more to Econo, who's had some pace to chase, but he's still a long way behind. Then Sailor's Companion, and the favorite, The Mess, has been pulled up. They move past the 5/16. That Charlie broke sharp and maintains control. Datsardi's Boy launching an attack on the outside. Econo in the green blinkers. He's about 6 lengths down while running on from 5th. Wise Warrior just is inside with 3/16 to go. That Charlie, Datsardi's Boy, they're the top pair. Shot Jack is next with Econo and Wise Warrior. Final furlong on the outside, and Datsardi's Boy for a narrow lead. That Charlie fights on. That Charlie, Datsardi's Boy. These two, Datsardi's Boy. Datsardi's Boy and Miguel Vasquez for the money. That Charlie second, Econo third in 111-1.
Number 2, The Mess, made a mess of the backstretch run as he did something funky. Never did figure out what that was. Me nor the stewards could tell you, but he did have Jose Bautista lose his irons when he made a stutter step. That eliminated him from competition as number 6, Daxartes Boy, gets the upset win under Miguel Vasquez for Manny Estevez and Africa Racing. It was the 8, That Charlie, second ahead of the 5, Econo, who ran third. To the 7th race now on the start of the late pick 3, 5 furlongs over the turf, an allowance optional claiming event with a field of 10. A heavy favorite off of a sharp debut performance, number 4, Tillie's Lily.
And they're off. Picture perfect beginning. Toward the inside, Got Glee begins the best. It's easy to say is away with speed. Sound Defense on the outside. And Tillie's Lily will be reined back by Gaffleone to get a tracking spot behind Sound Defense and Got Glee, who go on. Tillie's Lily is third as the big favorite, ahead of It's Easy to Say fourth. Then Lady Coventry, Scuba Sue on the outside. Stretch of 2 to I'm a Curious Lady, racing ahead of Imnaha. Then comes Bellata and Thinkin' Cowtown as they swing around the far turn. Sound Defense and Luca Panici lead, but Tillie's Lily comes to call on the outside through a 21-second opening quarter. Got Glee ridden third and a length better than It's Easy to Say fourth, followed by Lady Coventry waiting her turn at the rail fifth. Then it's I'm a Curious Lady toward the outside. Imnaha as they straighten for the drive. Tillie's Lily comes after Sound Defense. Sound Defense holds a narrow lead. Tillie's Lily to the attack while very confidently handled. Gaffleone peeks over his shoulder to see if there's any stretch dangers, and there's not, as Tillie's Lily is an easy winner. Tillie's Lily wrapped up in 2.5 in front. Give Imnaha second over Sound Defense, then Thinkin' Cowtown and Got Glee in 56 flat.
If you haven't already, make sure you add Tillie's Lily to your horses to watch list. She could not have been more impressive in her South Florida 2 starts. She won her debut off the turf but did it in wrapped up fashion. And don't let the margin deceive you. She could have won by much more here today. The daughter of distorted humor turning a few heads in the process under Tyler Gaffleone. Jonathan Thomas, the trainer. Southwind Stables, the winning owner. Time for a timeout. When we come back, the Friday feature in the Elite Daily Double right after this.
Crossing the finish line for the last time can mean an uncertain future for many horses. Recognizing the need for a dignified retirement, the racing industry has made racehorse aftercare a top priority. In partnership with Gulfstream Park and the Florida Horsemen's Association, Florida Track provides retraining and adoption services for retired racehorses. Thanks to their efforts, the end of a racing career can signal the beginning of a new career. In show jumping, trail riding, police work, even therapy for children and veterans. However, good intentions do not come without cost. As a nonprofit organization, Florida Track relies on tax-deductible donations and volunteers to help pay for feed, training, housing, and veterinary care. To find out how you can help, contact Florida Track today. Your support will go a long way towards a new beginning.
Back now here on Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park, and before we get to the Friday feature, there's a look at the field for tomorrow's Affirmed division of the Florida Steyer Stakes. The 2-year-old males take center stage tomorrow. Phantom Row, one of the morning line favorites, one of many in the race for Ralph Nix, including Sutash, who also has a big chance in tomorrow's big racing card. 12 noon the starting time. We move now to the 8th race, 1 mile over the main track, an allowance optional claiming event. Fillies and mares in for a price tag of $62,500. A field of 6 signed on. The favorites included the 2, Concealedwithakiss, and the 5, Alpine Sky.
And they're off. From the center, Princess Victoria gets the first call, but Concealedwithakiss is quickly up to challenge. Pancake up on the outside. So these 3 go ahead of the other 3. She Takes Heart, Saving Time, and Alpine Sky. Out of the chute they run. It's the gray daughter of political force, Concealedwithakiss. In front now, 3 parts of a length. Princess Victoria's second, Pancake is third. She Takes Heart moves up in a pocket fourth for Marcos Meneses. Alpine Sky is second last in the yellow colors, and at the back of the field is Saving Time through a 23-3 opening quarter. Reasonable tempo, not flying, not crawling either, with the leader Concealedwithakiss and Abby Medina 3 parts in front. Princess Victoria is second on the outside and Pancake third. At the rail in fourth as She Takes Heart ahead of Alpine Sky. She begins to look for racing room under Gaffleone, and trailing the field is Saving Time. Around the far turn, the half mile was 46-2. They picked it up in the second quarter, so that is a fast pace now as Concealedwithakiss let it roll through the second quarter of the race and leads now by a length over Pancake and Princess Victoria. Alpine Sky begins to motor. She's 4 wide, but she is gaining ground, and she takes heart as at the rail with a quarter of a mile to go. It appears we're set for another showdown between Concealedwithakiss and Alpine Sky. Concealedwithakiss, a 2-length head start. Alpine Sky begins to motor. 8th pole now. Here comes Alpine Sky, surging at Concealedwithakiss, and she runs right by. Up front, it's Alpine Sky kicking clear with authority under Tyler Gaffleone. Now he'll wrap her up and pose for the picture with Concealedwithakiss second. She takes our third, saving time 4th. Time for the race, 1:35.2.
Number 5, Alpine Sky avenges her narrow loss last time out in big-time fashion here today as she runs down her familiar rival Concealedwithakiss for an easy score under Tyler Gaffleone for trainer Todd Quast, who gets his first career training victory. He owns Alpine Sky in partnership with Lori Quast. 9th and final race, maiden claimers over the turf at 1 mile and 1/16. Price tag here is $20,000. Scratch the 7, never burn a copy. Scratch the 9, zip to fly. 8 to the gate. Final race favorite was the 8, Forever Admiral.
And runners away. Shootist was away well, so was DeMaestro. They're the first 2 to begin. Here's Kingdom Kept quickly up the challenge, and Kingdom Kept off the shelf is sharp early as they run to the first turn. Shootist will land second, DeMaestro will land third. Then it's Hope is Rising. Up on the outside and improving to be mid-flight is Rowdy Dowdy. Then it's a stretch of another 2 lengths to Diamond Square ahead of Forever Admiral, and House Account is last of the 8 as they round the first turn. Up front, it's Luis Castillo and Kingdom Kept, who lead it now by 3. Into second position is Shootist on the outside, and now third, Rowdy Dowdy. DeMaestro 4th, Hope is Rising 5th, then Diamond Square. Forever Admiral is on hold second last with a ground-saving run early, and the trailer is House Account. They back down the pace with 5.5 lengths from first to last with 5 furlongs left to run. Kingdom Kept still has the lead. On the outside and now into second as Hope is Rising on a 3-wide brush to the top. Down at the rail it's Shootist, and from between horses Rowdy Dowdy. Then Diamond Square, he gets started 3-wide, followed by DeMaestro. Forever Admiral is next, and House Account rides the rail last of all as they round the far turn. They complete the opening half mile, and 49-2, Kingdom Kept maintains the lead. Hope is Rising comes to call on the outside second. Up into third, Forever Admiral. He made a quick move to get into that spot, racing ahead of Rowdy Dowdy and Shootist, and then from the back, DeMaestro as they turn in. 3/4, 1:13-4. Kingdom Kept digs in on the inside, down the center. Forever Admiral, and from between horses, Hope is Rising. Forever Admiral now surges to the lead inside the final 16th of a mile, and Miguel Vasquez on board for another winning ride in Gulfstream. It's Forever Admiral for Juan Rizzo and Santa Cruz Ranch 3 in front. Kingdom Kept fought on well to get second ahead of Hope is Rising third. DeMaestro 4th, and House Account to complete the high 5 at 1:43-3.
Number 8, Forever Admiral, makes a quick move from the back of the field in today's 9th race and runs down the pace setters, winning easily under Miguel Vasquez for trainer Juan Rizzo and Santa Cruz Ranch. Second was number 3, Kingdom Kept, in a game performance off the shelf ahead of the 1, Hope is Rising, who ran third. Late pick 5, $1,164.95. Rainbow 6, multiple winners. 20-cent return is $1,814.26. Figures a Saturday carryover of $65,822.36.
And that's it for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. It's the second installment of the Florida Sire Stakes featuring the Affirmed and the Susan's Girl. You don't want to miss it. Our first post is 12 noon for 13 races on tap. We'll see you there.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.